Hello everybody! If you're new here, my name is Lindy, I'm 38 years old, and I have bipolar 1. I was recently fired from my job, and I've been struggling emotionally and structurally with how to spend my time. And last night I did some reflecting, and I noticed some red flags. Bipolar disorder is really affected by major life events. I had a major manic episode last year following an apartment fire, and so my pattern recognition is up for detecting early signals of a new manic episode brought on by this job firing. And unfortunately, I have noticed some things. The thing that really tipped me off was noticing angel numbers, which is like when you look at a clock and it's 4:44, or you look at YouTube comments and there are 222, and it's just noticing these repeating numbers in the world. And this is something that people without bipolar disorder do, but for me, those numbers have started to feel particularly intense. And they're making me paranoid. And I'm being tempted to Google what they mean. And one of the features of my manic episodes in the past is like religious delusions, or feeling like things are giving me messages, or that I'm an oracle, or that I'm like seeing the pattern that underlies all of life. When you have a manic episode, the meaning-making centers of your brain go into overdrive, and you start reading meaning into things that are random or don't mean anything. Like last year, I thought that there was a demon attached to me because of my family's involvement in the Civil War, and I would read events like my cat scratched me or my phone died. Like those would be signals that the demon was around me, until eventually I was performing witchcraft, standing nude in my own window over a busy street and making an altar. And at the time, that did not occur to me that maybe there was something wrong with my mental health. I'm not religious, so that's actually a really useful tool to determine when things are going wonky. But anyway, I haven't been getting meanings from these angel numbers, but it's just a little like red flag. But then I was reflecting, and I'm kind of stacking that on top of other red flags. First of all, I've lost some weight since I got fired, and then also, yesterday I went to write in my diary and I couldn't remember what happened during the day. My thoughts are just very frantic. They're kind of bouncing around from place to place. And yesterday I could remember eating a sandwich, talking to my sister on the phone, posting a YouTube video, and then the rest was kind of like, what did I do yesterday? Also, my sleep schedule has been really off. Night before yesterday, I stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I slept until noon, which when you're bipolar, a steady sleep schedule is quite literally the number one thing you need to do. Don't ask me why, but sleeping normal is the first thing to go when you're having an episode, and it is like the number one control to prevent episodes. And because my sleep has been drifting, my medication adherence has been drifting. So I'll take my morning meds at noon, and then my 6 p.m. meds, I'll think, well, I didn't take them until noon, and then I'll delay that 2 hours. And then I take my nighttime meds 2 hours late. And then I'm not tired until late. And again, with bipolar, the schedule is so important. And I've been a little bit emotionally volatile, which is normal enough after you get fired, I guess. But there's been an increase in aggression, particularly when I'm driving, which was a major feature of my manic episode last year. And there have been a couple times since I got fired 2 weeks ago that I have turned to alcohol not to do anything, just because I was depressed. It's been 4 days in the last 2 weeks, and for some background context, I was sober for 5 years. In June, at my 5-year anniversary, I decided to see if I could reintroduce alcohol into my life, and it's been mostly successful. I find that since I've been treated for bipolar disorder, I actually have completely lost my desire to get drunk. It used to be that every time I drank, I was drinking to get drunk, and I would get way drunker than anybody. But now it's like I have 2 glasses of wine. But even those 2 glasses of wine do interact with my medications. Like, I'll have to delay taking my medication at night because you really shouldn't mix those 2 things. And then also, it interferes with the processing of my medication. Both Seroquel, which is like the atypical antipsychotic that I'm on, and alcohol are processed through the liver. So like any liver function that I'm giving up to alcohol is affecting how the Seroquel is interacting with my mind. So I had a come to Jesus moment last night. Not literally, don't worry. And I decided that all of these symptoms together, the weight loss, the sleeping problem, the angel numbers, the emotional instability, and the alcohol use, together, it's I don't need to panic, but I do need to put up some guardrails and I need to do it immediately. I'm already in a difficult time in my life and I cannot afford to lose control. Quick disclaimer, I am not a doctor. This video is not meant to be medical advice. I am simply a patient using the skills that I have learned. So last night I decided that I was going to implement some strict controls. First of all, I am completely giving up alcohol for at least a week. It should be for longer, but right now we're doing it one day at a time and a guaranteed week. Second of all, I am implementing a strict bedtime and wake up time protocol. Last night I decided 12:30 is bedtime. I'm unemployed right now, so I don't have to get up until 9. So at like midnight last night, I set my alarm clock in the living room. I plugged in my phone in the living room so it wouldn't be in my bedroom with me. I set out my clothes for the morning. I set up the coffee maker. I put the coffee cup right there next to the alarm. And also, I set up some specific eating goals throughout my, I use the Finch app. This is not sponsored, obviously. I get like 0 views, but it's a really good app if you want to just like keep track of like chores and self-care stuff throughout the day. I recommend it, Finch. And I decided that starting today, I'm going to be following this better structure to put up guardrails so I don't have a manic episode as much as I can help. So, according to my smartwatch, I fell asleep at 12:35. I had taken some Xanax too to help me fall asleep. And my alarm went off at 9 o'clock this morning, but the smartwatch says I only slept for 7.5 hours, so that's another, ooh, I don't like that. Why did I sleep 2 hours less than from when I went to bed to when I woke up? I was awake during the night, which is not usual for me. I should also say that. So, another thing I'm looking out for is decreased need for sleep. The 7.5 still normal. Again, don't panic, but these are just things to look out for. But I did get up at 9. Usually when I wake up in the morning, I'm still slightly sedated from my meds. So I put on my bathrobe, I start the coffee maker, and then I lay on the couch for about a half hour while my brain wakes up. I'm dedicating myself to this chore list, so I did all my morning chores. I brushed my teeth, I washed my face, I took a shower, and I ate breakfast. This is important. I take ADHD meds, so sometimes, the stimulants I just don't want to eat in the morning, but it's important that I keep myself nourished throughout the day. I had a protein shake and some cereal, which is enough. That's fine. And it's Sunday, so like some of the administrative work I have to do for being unemployed, like applying for jobs and like working with the government programs, are kind of out of my control today, but I am going to try and structure my day. I don't want to lose time. I want to do things that are productive. I want to give myself a sense of being engaged in my life. I want to keep eating on a correct schedule. And then also later today, I'm going to have some very wholesome social interaction. My sister got a hysterectomy 2 days ago, and my mom is staying at her house. So I'm going to go over to my sister's house, visit with her and my mom, and like watch a movie or something. And I'm gonna take my meds on time, and I'm gonna be sober too. Look at me, I'm eating a ham and cheese sandwich. I'm already doing great. Taking care of yourself is unglamorous. I'm on the floor right now because I'm about to do my stretch routine. Brushing the cat. I'll spare you this one, but cleaning the cat box. Again, highly glamorous, but I'm sticking to my to-do list. And I just emptied my email and I responded to my jury summons and, oh, we got a visitor. So just sign up for healthcare in the state of Minnesota. You need a navigator, which is a separate person who helps you fill out the form. I emailed a general navigator service last week and I never heard back from them. So I just sent 10 emails to navigator services requesting help because I need my healthcare. Oh God, it's happening again. Oh my fucking God. Well, since I'm going to my sister's house at 6:30, that means that I have to go for my walk now. I typically go for my walks after the sun has set. I don't know if this translates on screen, but so my hair is actually light brown, but it looks dark against my face because I am so pale. Like, look at the actual color of my hair. Okay, are you seeing it now? Are you seeing how pale I am? I don't like the sun. I have sensory issues, and so I don't like direct sunlight. I never have. All my life, I've avoided direct sunlight, and I'm pretty sure that's why my skin looks like that at 38. But I'm just gonna have to put on my big girl pants and get some vitamin D. It's 44 degrees out, which means that it is sweater weather in Minneapolis. Look at my eyes. My people do not belong in the sunlight. I wish I could show you guys like more flowers and blooming stuff, but it's not actually that time of year yet in Minneapolis. Best I can do is some leaves. I thought I got a Diet Coke, but it's a Diet Cherry Coke. Can nothing go right in my life? Do you guys have these things where you're from, or is this a Minneapolis thing? They're everywhere. I made it back. Now it's 6 p.m. exactly, which means I am taking my 6 p.m. meds on time. Also, since it's Sunday, it's time for me to cross off another circle on my Memento Mori board. This is a board that has 52 weeks and 1 to 100 years, 90 years. And every single week, I cross another circle off. There we go. So that's about how much time I have left. 6:30 on the dot, I am at my sister's house. Hi, Mom. There's my sister. And there's the chicken. It's 9:03, I just got home, and that means it's time to take my nighttime meds. This many. Actually, oh no, I need that one. It was on the floor. Hey, buddy. Making sure I take my meds. But yeah, I think only 3 of these are actually prescription. The rest are like vitamins and shit. I was playing with the cat and he damaged me because I need to cut his nails. I'm watching Downton Abbey. Well, it's midnight, which means it's time for me to pack this show up. I'm a little depressed, honestly. I cried a little bit while I was watching Downton Abbey about my job. Earlier at my sister's house, my mom asked me what I was doing tomorrow being Monday. And the answer was nothing. I'm not doing anything tomorrow. And I would really like to stay up and watch another episode of Downton Abbey. But unfortunately, I have to take a firmer hand with myself right now. I talked to my sister and my mom about the symptoms that I've been having. And it's nothing to play about, so ho-hum. Okay, so here's how I set my house up before bed. There's my bed and my cat, and I have a little book if I want to read a little before bed, but no electronics. And everything in my apartment has a place where it lives. So before I go to bed, everything goes back to where it lives. I have my little checklist for tomorrow. Then over here, the coffee maker is ready to go, so I just have to push the button and it starts. Meds all packed up for tomorrow and the rest of the week. I've crossed today off the calendar. Then the most important part over here, so this is like my get ready station. So this is the alarm clock that I use. I come over here, oh, I'm groggy, oh, I hit the alarm, then boom, my bathrobe hanging right there. And my slippers. Then right here, this is what I'm gonna wear tomorrow. And then here's my coffee cup. So I pick up the coffee cup and I go over to the coffee maker and I start that. Then I come back here and I grab my protein shake and then I lay on the couch and am sedated for a while. But once the coffee is ready, usually I'm ready to stand up. And that's it. So I'm going to bed now. I really don't want to. Don't want to. Oh, and also before I go to bed, I turn on a YouTube video that is train sounds. You're inside the train. And I put those on in the headphones, but then I actually plug the phone that I'm holding in at the desk here. So the phone stays in the living room while I'm going to bed. Very exciting day. Thank you for joining me. Like, subscribe, hit that bell for more of whatever this is. Bye!